All right. Well, you look for that. You guys had your meeting with Hawk?
You want me to?
Yes, we did. They referred us to the Ann Arbor Housing Commission,
Oh, they referred to the Ann Arbor Housing Commission.
and we just got a phone call from them today before we stepped in here.
Yeah.
Okay. It's progress. Don't worry about it.
Mm.
Okay, what they say.
I got to call them back because I didn't want to call them while we were in here.
Pardon?
I got to call them back because I didn't want to call them while we were in here.
Okay, so you got to call them back today?
In this hearing, the tenants say Hawk referred them to the Housing Commission and they're just starting the process. The judge tries to stay patient, tells them to send ID and ledger verification, and adjourns another week, reminding them to move fast and keep their spirits up.
Sir,
And they want you to do what? Just call them back and,
send in verifications of our IDs and everything in the ledger.
okay, so you got to send in, so basically the process that you go through with Hawk, but you're going
Yeah.
through with Ann Arbor Housing. Okay,
Connor, if I may, I had been in contact with Hawk as well today. And they did confirm that they had referred defendants to the Housing Commission. And that the Housing Commission does kind of have a similar process. Did they already submit their application then to the Housing Commission?
I don't think so. I think they had their appointment on the 9th. I don't think they were informed of the Ann Arbor Housing Commission. They just got a call before they came down, right?
Yeah.
Here, so they were gonna follow up on that. So they don't have everything.
I wasn't sure if the application had prompted the phone call or just the referral from Hawk had. So, so we're still in the very beginning stages of the Housing Commission assessing them for assistance. Is that
Right.
okay?
So here's what I'm gonna do. I know it's had a couple of, but I'll work with you. So I'm gonna adjourn it out another week. Okay. And because what I was hoping by getting to this date that we would have something from
Yeah.
Hawk, but now you've been sent someplace else. So that's not anything that from what you guys are doing. So I'm gonna adjourn it out one more week. Get to Ann Arbor Housing Commission right away to get that process going. Okay. Now, have you been paying anything all along or no? How are you guys?
Not yet. We're
Our tax return should be hitting this week. So
Okay. All right.
hopefully.
No, I hear you. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So the 20th at 1 p.m. Okay, that'd be next year. Go get started on that Ann Arbor housing thing right away. All right, let's get that rolling. Okay, folks?
okay.
All right. Keep good spirits
All right.
and try to have a good weekend. All right.
Thank you.
All is not lost. Okay. Sour Farms versus Arkeem Kirk. Arkeem Kirk, not here. I think I swore you in earlier. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent retained of $818.35. Costs are $230 for a total due of $1,048.35. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Sour Farms versus Shannon Rousseau.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, sir. Your name?
Shannon Rousseau.
All right. And where were we on his case?
We are at $3,194.65, including the costs.
All right.
Okay,
What
my
happened?
intention, well, I hope to have had the money by now, but if I could pay January's, which would, I think, 22 something on Monday, I could pay it, then the current to pay the total 31 by the 26th, so an additional 10 days. You know, that would be, then I would,
So you
I would be
think
current
you
by
get
this,
everything paid by the 27th?
correct,
You can?
yes.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Finding no tribal issue after hearing in this matter, I'm gonna grant in judgment. That was 3194.65.
65 cents, that's correct.
All right, I'm gonna grant them a judgment for that total amount. All right, You would normally have to have this paid by the 23rd, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend the written date out to the 27th of February,
Thank you.
okay? And so you get everything paid, you're all set. All right, thank you. Court calls case, Ohio Farms versus Eric Jackson. Hello,
Afternoon, Your Honor.
your name?
Eric Jackson.
All right. And what's the claim in this case?
This one, Your Honor, we are at $4,341.69.
All right.
Then another tenant admits he's behind and was counting on tax money, but it didn't come in. He asks for time to move out, but the twist is he owns the manufactured home, so the judge tells him he needs to talk to the lender and still grants a judgment while giving him until the 27th in case there's a miracle.
How are you getting this paid, Mr.
I
Jones?
was relying on my tax.
Pardon?
Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit sick right now. I was waiting on my tax money, but it hasn't come in. I told him I'd have at least 200 by Friday today, and I don't. So I'm honestly just
You don't have it?
gonna ask if there's any way I could maybe get until like the first to move out.
Pardon?
I was gonna ask if there was any way I could get maybe until like the first to move out.
You want to move out by the 1st? Okay.
That's an option.
Well, here's what I'll do.
Your Honor, just so the court is aware, Mr. Jackson owns the manufactured home. So what is his intentions for the home?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with the home?
Probably just give it to the park.
Pardon?
Probably just give it to the park.
Give it to the park?
Yeah, or maybe try and list it for sale.
Well, I don't know that they do it that way quick.
He's gonna need to contact the lender, Your Honor.
Yeah,
Maybe an option for him to surrender it to the lender. I don't know specifically in his case, so he needs to talk to them about that. But he wouldn't be able to surrender it to SIO since there's a lien on it.
okay.
Okay.
So here's what I'm gonna do, sir. Since there isn't a tribal issue for the court, I'm gonna grant a judgment to the plaintiff for possession in the total amount, redemption amount in the total amount paid for. I'll give you, because you're gonna have to go in and you're gonna have to talk to the landlord. I'll give you to the 27th in case there's a miracle. I'll give you to the end of the month to try to get that done.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate it, Your Honor.
But I suggest that you talk to them, talk to your lender and see what you can do about the home itself.
All right.
All right? Thank you, sir. Shiloh Farmers, this is Carol Stafford
Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, on behalf of the plaintiff.
and Tara Stafford, I guess. Hello. Your name?
Sarah Stafford.
All right. Let's see where we are in her case.
We
How much
submitted
is owing on her?
Your Honor, my understanding was that Ms. Stafford was maybe not in agreement with the dismissal. I'm not sure exactly.
I'm just wondering if that was because of the little pay thing on the internet. It didn't get the money in time because I paid it, and then this is why I'm still here, because I know I owe for February.
It was adjourned, Your Honor, to ensure that the payment cleared. Since it did clear,
Right.
we submitted a dismissal. Ms. Stafford has received a 7-day demand for the February charges, which may be sent over potentially after today for filing. I believe that the suit will be filed on
Got
Monday.
it. Okay. So that's right. We adjourned it out because you just had to wait for the check to clear. There was going to be a dismissal
Okay.
of the case. But then you probably received a notice for your February rent, and so that can get a bit confusing, but okay.
Your Honor, my apologies. They were issued a 30-day non-payment demand, so
30 day.
7-day. So that being said, there is hearing date won't take place until, I don't know, sometime towards the end of next month, maybe not even into April. Your Honor, I would propose this if Ms. Stafford was open to this, that in lieu of
Filing a new case.
filed and incurring new costs, we could keep the case open and reach an agreement with respect to February. That would at least take care of February. If she fell behind for March, then we'd be in a different position. But I'd be agreeable to that if Ms. Stafford is.
Yeah.
I think I was going to suggest that myself, because that way, if you can get an agreement, then you don't get additional court costs if they got to file again.
I was gonna say, because they already made it clear that they're not renewing my lease, so I have until April to move out anyway. But I don't plan on jumping ship on them. So Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't I do this? You're paid, she's paid through January, correct?
January.
Right?
That is correct. And Your Honor, give me just one moment. I can give you the exact dollar amount as Patty did send me the updated ledger. So yes, paid through January. The current balance for February is 1955.60.
Got
All right, so when do you think you're gonna,
it. Oh, it's so complicated because my car decided that it needed a rack and pinion. But I want to get the rent paid by next Friday.
by the 20th?
Yeah.
Think you can do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna pray on it.
Okay. Are you gonna be able to get it paid early in the day by next Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Stafford,
Yes, sir.
you're leaving the case open. We're gonna try to get this resolved for you, so you don't have added costs. Do you think you're gonna be able to do it by that day, or? I mean, just, do you get paid every week or?
I get paid every week, but like I just said, my issue is my car is in the shop. So, and I'm
What kind of
going
car
along.
is it?
That's a 2016 Fusion.
Ford?
Yeah,
Shouldn't have had
it
a
was my
problem
mom's
with it.
car. Yeah,
I'm a Ford guy.
But
Speed running.
they
I
want
don't know what you can do
$3,500 to
car.
fix the car. So
No. Right. Here's what I'm gonna say to you. I could put it out to next week,
Okay,
but we're really trying to get February paid,
correct.
right? So if I put it out to the 27th, maybe over the objection of plaintiff, will that give you the sort of the room to make sure you can get it paid
Oh, absolutely.
by the 27th?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Your Honor, what I would request under those circumstances, I know this scheme is a mutual benefit of both parties, but at the same time, if it's not paid before we come back on the 27th, I would request that a judgment enter with the writ date running from the 20th, since that's the date that Ms. Stafford has indicated she could pay. That would
I
put her
see what you're
March
saying.
2nd. So it would run 10 days from next Friday versus 10 days from the 27th.
You follow that?
No, I need that in English.
Okay, what that means is the time period would be shortened.
Okay, because it's not 31 days in the month.
Well, no, the time period would be shortened because I'm gonna go 2 weeks out instead of 1 week out to try to get you to,
Okay.
okay, but let me ask you this. You gotta get the rack and pinion fixed, you gotta get that done. How much do you think you can pay to them on the 20th? I mean, just trying to get your vehicle fixed, trying to do
least
that, what can you
1,500.
give them on the 20th?
At least 1,500.
So you can give them 1,500 on the 20th?
Yeah.
And still get your car done?
You'd be surprised. I work crazy hours.
No, that's okay. I'm not surprised. I'm just want to make sure you're, all right.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm gonna do?
I promised you I would get it done the last time.
No,
right? Yeah.
I'm not, you know
Listen,
what?
I don't want to.
I don't doubt you. I just want to make sure I have it right, okay? So I'm only gonna go 1 week out, get the 15 in,
Okay.
all right? And then I'll go from there,
Okay.
okay?
All right.
So you're gonna get 15 in. I know that won't get it paid, but let's do that. And get that paid as early as you can before the 20th, if
Okay.
you can, or early on the 20th. So that'd be the 20th at what, 1 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, get that in.
Yep.
All right?
Sir.
Take care.
Thank you.
Spice Tree Apartments versus Imbusu Luwindo.
Your Honor, I received verification from my client shortly before court. That defendant is paid, and so we will be submitting a dismissal. I don't see anybody
Okay.
approaching, so I assume she got the memo as well, and that's why she's not present.
All right, fantastic. Okay, case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Fantastic. Glad to hear it on that one, quite frankly. Spice Tree Apartments versus Kia Berry. Hello,
Hi,
your name?
Kia Berry.
All right, where are we on this case?
Total with cost, Your Honor, $1,680.63.
All right. Sherry, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I can pay it all by the 20th.
You can pay it all off by the 20th?
Yes, I get paid on Wednesday, the next Wednesday.
18th?
Yeah, and I'll have the rest of it paid by the 20th.
I'm gonna grant her I'm gonna grant her an adjournment to the 20th over the objection of plaintiff, 2026 at 1 PM. Get that paid. and
I sure will.
Dismissed.
Okay, I will.
Take care.
Have a good weekend.
You do the same. Spice Tree Apartments versus Jaquavius Carroll. Jaquavius Carroll, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,761. Costs are $169 for a total due of $1,930. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount, any amount requested, with issue in 10 days. Spice Tree versus Afaloshade Lawala. Yup, Lawal. And Andre Frazier. Thank you. Neither are present. You may proceed.
Next, a tenant thinks a case is dismissed, but February rent is still due, and the numbers get confusing. The judge tries to help her avoid new court costs by keeping the case open, but when the lawyer explains deadlines, she blurts out, "I need that in English," and the courtroom mood instantly tightens.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $200. Costs are $182 for a total due of $382. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days. And I suspect Your Honor will indicate that there will be no writ without a hearing in light of the.
That is correct. Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days, no writ without a hearing. Spice Tree Apartments versus Kenyatta Patterson.
No,
Hello, sir. Your name?
Kenyatta Patterson.
All right. And how much do we have owing on this account?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,737.12.
Probably to around the end of the month, 27, 28, I should be able to get the entire.
Entire amount paid by the end of the month? All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Your Honor, just one thing. Mr. Patterson had
Yeah.
indicated at the last court date that he was going to pay $500 before today. I'm not seeing that on the ledger. Did he drop off that payment?
No, I was, I'm on unemployment right now and I don't get a check until Tuesday. So I was planning on, dropping 250 today and paying the other 250 on Tuesday, if that's.
Okay, he did not pay it.
No, I did not pay it.
No, it's okay. It's all right. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Find no tribal issue after hearing in this matter. I'm gonna grant a judgment for possession for that total amount of the 3712. All right. And rather than having to have that paid by the 23rd, I'm gonna give you to the 27th, basically at the end of the month to get it paid.
I should definitely have it paid by the end.
All right, with a writ to the 27th. All right, give you those 4 days, get it done.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. You have a great weekend. Sylvan Crossing versus Aria Cummings Jones.
Rhea Cummings Jones here.
Oh, there she is. All right. What is the claim in this case?
$623.16.
I'm sorry, give me that again. You dropped off on me.
$623 and 13 cents.
13 cents. All right. All right. Ma'am, how are you gonna get that paid?
That'll be paid by the 20th. It'll
By
probably
the
be paid before
20th?
yeah, it'll be paid probably before the 20th.
All right. Then here's what I'll do. I believe you, so I'm gonna adjourn it out to the 20th, 2026 at 1 PM. Get that paid before then, and that way they can dismiss this case out for you, okay?
Okay, if I pay it before then, I don't have to show up like last time, right?
You don't want to see me? You hurt my
I
feelings.
do. I
You
always
told me
watch you on
you
TikTok.
say that. So
I
I
watch
don't
you
have
on
to see you,
TikTok.
Judge? Is
Yeah, I
that what,
watch you
that's
on
how I
TikTok.
feel. That's how I feel.
Nope, I watch you on TikTok, Judge Simpson. I
No,
always watch you.
if you get it all paid before, then you don't have to show up. All right.
All right. All right. Thank you.
All right. You take care.
You too.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Whitaker Oaks versus Hunter McNiff. He's it too. Oh, there he is.
How are you? Good afternoon, Judge.
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Doing pleasant. The plan went all well. The only little issue that happened is, I guess, on the day of the judgment, the 800 was accidentally written as Hawk was going to release it, not the courts. So the park did not receive that right away. But our park manager also failed to answer the phone to our Hawk assistance agent multiple times. We have all the screenshot stuff and tried to send that to her. They are attempting to charge us with a $73 late fee that I didn't feel was fair because we were accepted and had everything in by the second, and she just would not answer any of the phone calls or even let us know that she does not work with the courts and that I would have to contact her. So they could have their money and everything would be all settled. I even got all the rest of my bills in my engine. Like I told you last time, everything's all good on our side. I just don't feel as the $73 should be my fault due to the fact that I handled everything responsibly. I did the plan accordingly and everything should have been on time.
Okay, hold on. All right, so how much is owing?
$3,873.17. Again, Your Honor, $3,873.17. That does not account for the $800 escrow payment. As defendant indicated, plaintiff hasn't received it yet. I verified with Civil Division earlier today that the check was cut 2 days ago. It was mailed to our office, and then it will then be sent over to Whitaker Oaks upon receipt. And
Yes, I see on our end it was cut.
yeah, and so my understanding, Your Honor, from my communications with Hawk is that they are going to be assisting with, let me pull this back up again.
It will be the 3,000 total left over.
Hold on a second, sir, please.
They are hoping to request the 3,000 today. 800 is an escrow, and then the balance, I guess, would be the $73, which isn't a $73 late fee, it's a $75 late fee. And it was assessed on February 6th in light of the continuing balance that has continued to roll over since December.
So it was a $75 late fee. So the net is the 73.17.
Based off of.
Sir, why do this balance wouldn't have been paid by then?
Well, the Hawk assistance lady gave us the email and said that we were approved. And the escrow technically should have been released the day you said it was dismissed. I guess, like I said, when I called the courthouse 2 days ago, they said that it was accidentally wrote down as Hawk was going to release 800, not me.
No, they know Hawk doesn't release. Okay.
I'm just letting you know what I was communicated with. I'm not saying anybody's lying. I'm just letting you know what I was communicated to. So I told them to please release that because of the late fee they're attempting to hit me with, because technically everything should have been out to them before the 5th even came up.
Yeah, but if the 800 had been paid, the late fee still would have clicked in.
Because they don't have the 3,000 in the assistance, Your Honor. My client doesn't have the money yet. Just because it's promised doesn't mean it's actually going to make its way to my client. It's happened before where things have changed and payments aren't received. And so,
no, of course, I made an agreement with the court, like you're supposed to. I made my word. I held my end. I just thought it was a bit unfair because we notified the park manager on the 30th.
Hold on a second, Mr. McNair. It's not unfair because here's what's happened. Plaintiff had to file this. There was a judgment for possession that was entered back in the first part of January. It's come back up. Plaintiff could have insisted that they just be allowed to evict you. We didn't allow that to occur. You paid the escrow, tried to work everything through.
Finally, the late fee fight explodes, $75 assessed while assistance is still pending, and the judge says nothing could have stopped it. When the tenant complains, the judge warns, "I have a really long memory," then hits them with a reality check. Take a breath, count your blessings, you still have a roof, pay today, and come back for review on February 27th, 2026.
I don't see here, and believe me, if I thought that there was something unfair, I would say that there was. I don't think that there was anything unfair. the money, whether the 800 would have gotten there or not, wouldn't have mattered. Because you still would have been assessed that late fee because the other monies weren't there. Hawk wasn't gonna work that fast to do that, okay?
course.
So
My
here's the deal.
perspective is, you said pay the 1575, so I did. That was technically February's rent. So that's where the
No, it
$75
wasn't.
is
No,
late.
it's not. That's not February's rent. That's not how it works.
And Your Honor, I would just also note for the record, to the extent that there's any even need to say this, but prior to the original hearing, the second defendant was served personally, and she accepted
Right.
substituted service on behalf of Mr. McNiff. And so realistically, Your Honor, and respectfully, there was no reason for them to miss the first hearing. And I don't know that I would agree that good cause was stated and a meritorious defense was stated to allow the matter to continue
I know.
as Your Honor has pointed out. So